Welcome to Indie and Unsigned, a presentation of Zagnif Productions, LLC. Indie and Unsigned. So no lions, no...
Unless I get backstage, I'm not coming.
He was getting in. For those of y'all that are listening to for those of y'all that are listening to all over the world, I'm making that up. I don't know what it's like all over the rest of the world. But I am here today.
Broadcasting live from Zagnif Studios, it's Indie and Unsigned, where we interview the best and the brightest of the stars that you haven't met yet.
So, that's
Yeah, last time I talked to y'all, I was bragging.
And now it's time for another episode of Indie and Unsigned with your host, Mr. Fingaz.
Episode 2 of Indie and Unsigned. I'm your host, Mr. Fingaz. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's your guy, Mr. Fingaz, coming to you from Zagnif Central in the heart of Oklahoma City. Hope you guys have been well. I have missed you all immensely. It's been a while since we've done this. Season number 3, Indie and Unsigned. You know the deal. This is where I bring the folks on that you might not get the chance to run across because they might not be in your neck of the woods. I'm bringing them right in your living room. I'm bringing them right in your ear pods so you can hear what they're about, see what they're about, and check them out, show them some love, and tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody to check them out. And today, I got this young man coming to me all the way from the west coast of the United States, the left coast, the right coast, whatever you want to call it, where the sun, what is it? No, that's Atlanta where the players play and they ride on them things like every day. That's another city I'm getting you confused with. But the man, the myth, Jayyo, Jazzy J, how you doing today, brother?
Marvelous. How are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing well. That intro was a little bit more than you was expecting, wasn't it?
No, it was cool, bro. I was expecting all that energy. I was ready for all of this. Thank you for the intro, bro. I'm already hyped. Like, I'm already ready to go. Like, I got some instrumentals. I got the horn with me. I got my jewelry on. Let's go.
I see you, man. You definitely all colorful. What's going on with the shirt there? Can we get a full view of the shirt?
Yeah, let me get you the angle. There
nice, superior with the color splash. I got you. I see you there. Is there any meaning behind it? Any meaning behind that at all, or anything? Is that like your brand, or what's up?
Oh, definitely excessive colors. Not very clingy, a lot of extra colors. Definitely my vibe. I don't have I like having a little splotch of everything. I like the graffiti vibe that I get from the short and shirt combo.
I like got you.
With the jewelry as well. And graffiti with that hat. Very graffiti.
I feel you, man. I feel you. So listen, let's go ahead and get right on into it, boss. Let's get into it. Speaking of boss, I noticed in your email that's your nickname, the Youth Boss. So we'll get into that in a minute. But tell the people about yourself. You know who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
All right. So I'm a musician first and foremost, and through my music journey, started when I was young, 11 or 12 years old. I think 11 years old. Started playing the trumpet, and then I grew my mystical journey starting at like 12 or 13, playing the euphonium. I had private lessons. I played in the school band, and that evolved into its own thing. I took it pretty seriously from a young age because I aspired to be a musician like my father.
Okay.
And this is where me and my father first met. Found a nice genuine connection. So it was real cool.
Okay.
Like.
And how old were you when you was it one of those deals where your pops used to play and you used to just like hang at his feet, or be like, show me how to do, show me how to whatever works? What instrument? What was your father's instrument?
Piano.
Okay. That's my love right there. That's where I get the whole Mr. Fingaz from. Yeah. So
when I was growing up, he used to always play, deep, methodical, mystical sounding classical music, as nursery rhymes for us to go to sleep to. And that was cool. And as I started developing a musical talent later in life, Him and me started doing duets, and then that's where the mutual connection started coming between me and my father. That was where I started to meet where he was, which was cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
So it really made me take music so serious. So I was practicing throughout my life, um, all the way until my senior year, and then my father passes from a disease. So I'm 17 years old, devastated a little bit, a little lost in the world, bro. So like I'm going through a little phase. It's so funny, bro. I got into a fight with the homie, and he baton passed a rap talent to me afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, what exactly when you say you got into a fight? Like, you guys got into like you verbal battle, or like
Physical.
y'all were throwing hands? Okay, that's different.
Yeah, definitely throwing hands. Anyway, I got really injured, and he didn't because he was my friend beforehand, and there was bad blood afterwards. He just didn't leave me there though. Like he set me up with like I guess you would say the tools for success.
And how do you give us a little explanation of that? Like, how did he set you up with tools for success?
We started doing music together. So
Oh,
I
okay.
was the producer. I was making an instrumental. He was having me write my own verse. He was having me bring all my music talent to the forefront. He was just kind of like, being a creative director for me.
Okay. Okay. So
And
you
then,
go from having your father as your first mentor to having somebody that you might not have necessarily been. You might have been oil and water, but from that something new was born. He
mm-hmm,
unlocked the next level for you.
mm-hmm,
Now, how long did you all continue to work together beyond that, or was it just kind of that,
just that.
just to hand the baton off? Okay,
Yeah, we had maybe a couple of months. I tried to get back with him a couple of times, but he's doing his own lane.
okay, all right. So you mentioned that you play the euphonium. Now, me being a musician, I know what a euphonium is. But could you please give us a little breakdown for those people that are less musically inclined what the euphonium is?
Okay, so you can call it a tenor tuba. It's it's an English horn. It's from you know the United Kingdom. It has a very soft and rich sound, near sounding to a French horn, but
Hmm.
it's not as piercing and straightforward as the French horn sounds. It's a little bit more round and smooth and welcoming. It's a
Hmm.
big, fat, warm sound. And so the name euphonium comes, from the word euphoria,
Uh-huh.
euphorious, and it means great sounding. So the euphonium is a great sounding instrument. And so the best way to think about it is a tenor tuba. Um, Most euphonium players don't like their horn being compared to a baritone. That's a
So
very
tenor all the way, no baritone, no nothing. It's just I'm a tenor tuber, not a baritone.
tenor tuba is what a better. It's a better assimilation of where it belongs rather than a baritone. A baritone is like a totally different instrument. It's like it's more like a baritone is closer to a bass trumpet,
Okay.
while the euphonium is more of a tenor tuba. Because it's
There actually is such a thing as a bass trumpet.
oh yeah, there's definitely a bass trumpet, but it's just a really I think the valve trombone ended up taking over the bass trumpet, but yeah, there is a bass trumpet.
Okay.
You know,
I learned something new today.
yeah.
I didn't You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. There is a bass trumpet.
Oh
So
yeah.
for every trumpet that can play in the Prince in the Maxwell range, there is a trumpet that will get on the microphone and go tell me a secret. Just so you know, just letting you know. So
Yeah, yeah, but Yeah, here. I mean, I can show you my horn right now.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely. Let's take a look at it. We do, we're going to be doing video and sound. Yes, I definitely am familiar with the euphonium. We had a couple guys play it.
euphonium has a upward facing bell.
Hmm.
It shoots upward, but the most important part is how thick the tubing is. It's a lot thicker than the baritone. The baritone is a little bit more thinly tubed, so it doesn't vibrate as much.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now the level of vibration is that again, explaining for the folks at home that don't know, like, so the
So
more the vibration, the sharper the sound, right?
no, the less the vibration, the sharper the sound, because the
Okay.
closer the tubes are in, the faster that air is going back and forth. You know what I'm talking about?
Hmm.
The faster the vibration, so the more sharp it sounds. Which is why the baritone has a little bit more of a, which is why they put the bell a little bit more forward facing, because it's a more piercing instrument. Like same thing with the French horn. It's such a thin tube. It's such a sharp instrument, even though it sounds so majestic. It's so aggressive. Like, but the euphonium is just big, fat, and warm because it's so spread wide open. It's nice and open. It's a smooth instrument.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. And so you have figured out a way to incorporate this. Um, Gosh, the other person I can think of in mainstream right off the top of my head, Trombone Shorty, maybe, is the only other person I can think of that's incorporated. Like they play a brass instrument and they've incorporated that into uh, their own unique hip hop flavor.
Oh yeah, I definitely use the horn, all the time, all the time, all the time.
Okay. All right. Well, We're gonna have you, if you can, play a couple of tracks for us. Now, of course, we gotta, for YouTube purpose, not for YouTube, for Facebook purposes, we may have to edit some of the music out for Facebook purposes and post production because Facebook will yoke the video very quickly. Because you do own the copyright to all of your own music. But we're gonna have you play a little something a little bit later on for us, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls. If you're sitting with us right now, welcome to this week's edition, season 3, episode 1 of Indian Unsigned. I am your host, Mr. Fingaz, coming to you from Zagnif Central. Today's guest, very exciting to talk to, very excited young man, Jayyo, Jazzy J from California. Now, where exactly in California are you, sir?
I'm in West Hills, California right now.
Okay, West Hills, California. Uh, for me, having only been to California for the purposes of military training years ago and knowing exactly where Barstow is, I take that back. And I did visit San Francisco when my sister lived there. So San Francisco, Los Angeles, where exactly in relation to like next largest well-known city in California?
Los Angeles is the closest main metropolis,
Okay.
and I am northeast of Los Angeles.
Okay. All right. Boom. I got you right there on the mental GPS. Got you right there.
Yes.
Up a little bit and over to the right. So,
Yes.
so you do a lot of gigging out that way? Do you get an opportunity to do some gigging, or are you just right now mainly in the recording phase of your music?
I'm actually in the interviewing and face performance stage of my career. I've been
Okay.
doing a lot of my raps on camera rather than on a microphone.
Okay.
I've been performing live rather than making an audio track.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So have you had outside of the social media experience, have you done any like stand up in person gigs?
I had one gig that I didn't perform at, that I had a chance to perform at because the speaker wasn't working. But I've done plenty of gigs with the horn on stage. I was with the LA Symphonic Winds.
Oh, very nice, very nice. How long did you play with them?
I played with them for 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
I
Now
was
explain.
with. Huh?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead. You said
No,
you
no,
were with
no.
them.
That's
No, I
like
was
the
gonna.
juiciest.
Okay, now they are this is a touring a group that tours, or they just gig, or how exactly does that? What exactly
They
do they do?
tour. I had a chance to go to China, but I didn't go because I didn't have the pocket change. But yeah, they tour all over the world. They for the most part they perform locally, and they're a non for profit, so they just do it just because they love it and it's cool.
Oh, very nice, very nice. And actually, for some people, that is quite a bit of exposure. That kind of sounds a little bit like, not that I know exactly how that's set up, but you might be a little too young to remember. But there was a group from Africa, Ladysmith Black Mambazo, and that actually they won a Grammy many moons ago in the early to mid '90s. They used to tour with Paul Simon and Simon and Garfunkel. So and they went everywhere. They were all over the place. So that kind of sounds along those same lines of like a to bring it modern, maybe more like a Trans-Siberian Orchestra, maybe.
Um, it's definitely a modern Western brass wind orchestra.
Okay.
It's just a
Okay.
modern brass wind, woodwind, symphonic wind, modern symphonic wind orchestra,
Oh,
modern Western
modern's
symphonic wind orchestra.
well, you had to check them out, ladies and gentlemen. And you said the LA Symphonic Winds, the Modern Symphonic
And
Wind Orchestra.
yeah, L.A. Symphonic Winds, Los
The
Angeles
LA
Symphonic Wind
Symphonic
Orchestra.
Winds, ladies and gentlemen. Here with Jayyo, Jazzy, Jay, the youth boss. I put that on there, the youth boss, because you put
That's
that.
cool. That's
You
cool. I
put that
like
in
that.
your.
Yeah, that's cool.
You definitely put that in your
That's
bio
cool,
there.
dog. Yeah, we could let that one rock. I like that one.
So what we're gonna do right here is we're gonna take a real brief pause for cause. I want to send a little something out. We do have some sponsors we want to thank, and we got one of my sister projects that is also working right now. So we want to give them their love right now. We will be right back with more from Jayyo, Jazzy J. Hang tight, Jay. We'll be right back.
Zagnif Productions,
in association with Zagnif Apparel,
gives you the opportunity to win free athletic gear. And here's how you do it. Visit the Zagnif Apparel Design Shop at Etsy.com. Purchase any piece of apparel that will automatically qualify you for the August 7th drawing for free apparel. Each purchase counts as one entry. No limit on the number of entries allowed. At least one lucky winner will win one free outfit. That's right, one free top, one free bottom. Note, the embroidered bomber jackets will not be regarded as prizes for this sweepstakes. July 30th is the last day to enter. So get to the Zagnif Apparel Design Shop at Etsy.com today for your chance to win free athletic gear, courtesy of Zagnif Apparel.
in conjunction with Zagnif Productions, LLC.
And that from our one of our sister efforts, Zagnif Apparel falls up under the umbrella of Zagnif Productions. That is yours truly signature logo line. Like I said, buy you one piece, you can win two for free at the end of the month. Check it out. Matter of fact, if you hit the QR code right there in the bottom right-hand corner, that'll that'll take you right to the page. Or if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, the Etsy link right next to that, right up under my man Jay, that'll take you right to that as well. So we thank you. We thank you for checking us out today. Also, we need to send a shout out to our sponsor, our main sponsor, DJG Enterprises, whose website is www.greekgans.com. They make custom Afghans. Send them a picture, whatever you want to put on there, as long as it's not copywritten, he can get you squared away. And it's a big Afghan too. It is like a 12x8 or something like that. Also, my man Jazzy J does custom jewelry I noticed that in your bio, but you didn't give me any information on where to get it. So does this also link through your IG?
Yeah, hit me in my IG.
In
Everything
the
just
I
hit me in my IG.
Okay, right there in the IG, my man Jayyo Jazzy J is at Jayyo Jazzy J. That is JayyoZzy
That's
Hit him
right.
up today. You can get that. You can get that. Boom, boom, ladies. We can get you all squared away. And it looks like you got all different kind of colors, bro.
Oh my goodness, I don't even have it all on, but these are like some of my favorites. Yeah, I just like
Okay.
having. I believe in abundance. Get one of everything.
I am a bad pitch man. I should be wearing some of my own gear as well. We got the polo. If I got a little nice white polo with the signature logo right across the thing right here, and I could have been wearing that. But you know what? Hindsight is always 2020. But definitely stop by. Uh, Stop by Jayyo Jazzy J on IG to get the custom jewelry and the Etsy shop if you want to win free athletic gear. That's what it said on the thing. So we're here with Jayyo Jazzy J today. This young man is very enthusiastic. Just a little background on where I met him. There is a show that I follow primarily on Facebook because that's my social media platform of choice. I do have others, but that's my platform. That's kind of like the one-stop shop because everything has their TikTok is the short videos and IG is more of a picture platform and Facebook has kind of got all of that. So, and I'm in that older age range too. Don't say nothing. I'm in that older age range where I'm just like, well, this is good enough for me. I hadn't learned how to talk my ticks yet, but I will get there sooner or later. But there's a show that is on there, husband and wife duo, Team Clayton Thomas, Team CT, his lovely wife Tangerine Thomas. Tangerine hosts a talent show every single Tuesday called Tanger's Top Talent.
TTT.
Tanger's Top Talent every Tuesday under Tangerine Thomas on all social media platforms. It streams live every Tuesday. I think it starts at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Is that right?
Yes.
3 p.m. Pacific time, and it runs until 4 p.m. Pacific time, sometimes maybe a little bit later. But yeah, if you got a talent, if you sing, if you do spoken word, if you rap, come on the show and just show your talent. And people love to show their love for all of these people. And that is where I ran across this young fella right here. He comes on, he's smiling that $1,000,000 megawatt smile. He's got the horn with him. Excuse me, he's got the euphonium with him. He's chilling and he's like, I'm gonna rap, I'm gonna sing, and I'm gonna hit y'all with some of this horn. And I was like, and I'm sitting there like, all right, I'm gonna see how this plays out. And I was like, yo, for real? Okay, I need my man's IG. Hey, bro, love what you put down. Love to have you on the show sometime. And so here we sit. Then that was what, a couple months ago, like back in April, maybe.
Yeah, about then.
Yeah, because that was the episode. I think you were like sitting on the sidewalk or on the side of the street or something like that. It didn't look like you were in the car. You could have been in the car. It just looked like you were on the.
No, I wasn't in the car. I was sitting in a parking lot. I had everything was so crazy that day. I had my music and the phone behind it. I had this one watching at me, bro. I played clap that day on the horn.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna have you to give us a tune here in just a bit. I'm just curious, like, do you really have a process for writing songs? Everybody that has ever written a song, and then for all of the folks that have made it to that level, they always get to ask the question at some point: what process do you use? What inspires you when you write your music? So, what are some of your inspirations when you put your tracks together?
Okay, so there's a lot that goes into it. The first thing is patience. You gotta be patient with the process. The process you can't force it. You gotta just wait for it. It happens though. I have faith in it. Yeah. Okay. So on the instrumental side of things, I listen to my stuff endlessly. Endlessly. So the last song I just made, I'm listening to it. I'm getting over it. I'm thinking about it. I'm letting it resonate in my head. And after I get over it, and I go through a little silent phase. You know, the little mental block. I can't figure out what to make. Then I give myself that space, and then when I finally have a creative moment, I take it to the piano, and all the music theory and soundscaping um, experience that I have from, you know, my history, my past, I bring it to the forefront. I don't follow any music theory chord progression rules. I just wait until I find the right sounds. I lock into place and I pad it out. Take it nice and slow. And as soon as I find the right structure, I transcribe it on my DAW, Logic Pro X, of course, and I orchestrate from that point onward. And I take it nice and slow, and then, you know, so after I get the orchestration down, I'm like, okay, this is cool. And then I do a mix down, and then, you know, get the mix down over to my portable device, and then aux it into the car, and then start the mixing and mastering process by listening and going back and forth between the breakdowns and seeing how it sounds into the speakers. And with my most recent banger, I just popped my speaker, but yeah, so that's the mixing and mastering. That's how I make them. I start, you know, and then so right there at the tail end of it, I'm just listening to it, and after that one's, you know, burnt out, the process repeats again.
Okay. So roughly, like, how long would you say from the time you start a song to the time you finish a song? Like, what do you know, in terms of, you know, hours, days, weeks? Some folks take months.
There's some of them that, okay, most orchestrations, by the time, okay, so we're going to count, this is what we're talking. For making an instrumental, it's when I open a file and then I finish the file. That can take some time. Because I always export it in and out. It takes some time. But the meat of the project only takes 15 to 20 minutes to get the bulk 90% of it done. And then the other 10% garnish, that's a month or two of just being patient with mixing and mastering. Because I don't have a, you know, it's just a natural mix and master. Just play it by ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a matter of what you want it to sound like. Do you want it to sound uber clean, crisp, or do you want it to be a little gritty? Do you want to maybe have it?
I think all of that stuff, bro.
You know, you want to pull a tempo and maybe put a little muffle on it, have it be muffled, and then put a clean, crisp counter beat over the side of it.
Talking juicy stuff to me now, dog. Like
you get excited. See, that's that language though. I do the same thing. I do music, and so it's like, do I want to put this on there? Is that too much? But it sounds so fat though. Then you go, that's gonna be the remix. This gonna be the main version. That's gonna be the remix.
Yeah, all that stuff. But when it comes down to, you know, like actually typing out the notes and getting the meat of the project done, 15 to 20 minutes. And after that 15 to 20 minutes, if I'm listening to the composition and I was like, this is too gas not to mix and master, then I give the months of, you know, refining to it.
Okay.
But no more than an hour per track.
No more than an hour. That's it. Now, is that just the music? Is that just for instrumentals, or are you talking about for songs with lyrics as well? Like if you're writing a.
That's just for the instrumental. That's just for the
instrumental.
For lyrics. So I'm not a lyric extraordinaire. It takes me a long time to get through the whole thing. But I'm a little different because I normally make a lot of instrumentals.
Right.
And then I co-manage lyrics for a lot of projects all at once.
Okay.
So currently I'm working on lyrics for like at least 6 to 8 songs because
Okay.
because I can only add in a little bit per verse after not paying attention to it for a while. You know what I mean? Because I don't have
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't have endless creativity. I'm like, what am I gonna put here without
But
burning
that's
myself out?
that's okay though. Sometimes that's part of the process too. I
Right.
mean,
That's the process.
I've from a personal level, I've had songs. I have one song. I was working for the post office. I was delivering mail, and a song hit me. Boom. Fortunately, I was in a parking lot taking a lunch break. So I was getting ready to jump in the truck and take off. I sat down. I broke out my phone. I hummed the bass line. I hummed the strings. I hummed the keys. I did the background. I like each of them was like 6 or 7 different voice memos. And I came home and fired everything up. And I think I put that entire song together in the span of from start to finish, having a rough draft might have been about 6 hours. It came to me that clearly. Now, mixing and mastering it, that took a little while longer. So overall, it was about a month. But just the song itself, 6, 7 hours. Boom, there's my rough draft. I'm gonna send you
So
the I'm gonna send you the link for it and let you hear it too. It's a dope. I think it's probably the dopest piece that I've written. It's kind of got a little disco
this is
feel to it.
what
But
I
we're
would
not here to
say.
talk about me. We're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you, Jazzy
Yeah,
J,
I'm
Jayyo,
super.
Jazzy
I
J, the
like that.
youth boss.
Yeah. Yes.
So, you saying anyway, 15 to 20, with lyrics, mixing and mastering. So by the time you get done mixing and mastering, you're talking so start finish month, 2 months ish.
Oh, so so because I was talking about my lyric process, but yeah, the mixing and mastering process. Okay, so see, when the song is that good, and I'm listening to it like that,
Uh huh.
there's this one song. It's called Little Tokyo, and I'm good to go on it. I haven't finished my lyrics on it yet, but everything's squared away with that track. I mixed and mastered that juice box in 2 weeks' time.
Okay.
I was playing that. That was a joint, bro. Ooh wee.
Okay. Well,
Non-stop, bro. I was aggressive with that one. I was like, no one's gonna stop me from getting this one. Like, this one's too goated. Like, it just depends on my tenacity because some tracks, the creative fluid is just too aggressive for me not to. But there's some tracks that don't give me that drive to just do it, but I want to do it because it's so good. Like, there's this one track that I call super important because it's
uh
so
huh.
good, but the soundscape, the amount of work and soundscaping that goes into that track, the mix and mastering, it's just so profound. It's going to be hours at a stretch, and it's honestly being patient with it because, you know, I'm doing a lot of panning variety where the chords get played through the speakers on the left and right in this song, and it's a very aggressive pan play, and it's just
It sounds like a
it's
project that you're very excited about, and
yeah.
of a lot with a lot of people that I have spoken with and interviewed, they have generally said that it's the pieces that they struggle with the hardest that they're the most proud of when they're finally finished because they're like, this piece tried to make me not want to do it, and now I'm glad I did it, and now it's like one of my favorite tracks.
And that's so funny because it has a BD energy French horn in the middle of it, bro. And yeah, it is one of my favorite tracks too. So, and that's why I'm also making sure like I'm taking so much time with it, bro, because the way that this French horn comes in, bro, like there's no way I can't just make it extra dramatic, bro. It's like the production on it is crazy, bro. It's so heavenly tiered. Like I have to take every moment with it, and that's why I've just been. Sometimes tracks like those, you got to just like give it some space so you can get the energy to just open it up again. Because that's another thing. It's like surgery. You can't make too many blunt moves, otherwise it's gone.
Right,
Like,
right. 100%. Well, this is the perfect time for me to jump in. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us at this point in the process, whether you're watching the video replay, whether you're listening to the podcast, Thank you for joining us for Season 3, Episode 1 of Indian Unsigned, brought to us today by Zagnif Apparel, by DJG Enterprises at GreekGans.com, and my man Jayyo, Jazzy J, our guest today. He does custom jewelry. Once you flash a little bit of the bling at him for those that are actually watching the video, you can hit him up on Instagram at Jayyo Jazzy J. That's JAYYO JAZZY JAY. That's where you hit him up to get some of that custom jewelry. He's got it all right there on his IG. And he's a musician who plays the euphonium, and he also makes beats, and he also raps. And what we're going to do is we're going to take another pause for the cause. And when we come back, I want you to go ahead and get your stuff together for during this pause for the cause. We're going to have you give us a little something on the euphonium, sir. Are you ready? Look,
Yeah.
For those of you watching the podcast, I cannot describe to you how big the grin this man got on his face when I said, get ready to play that horn. He's like, jeez, he's ready. So we're going to take a brief pause for the cause. We'll be right back with Jayyo, Jazzy J on the euphonium right here on Indian Unsigned. We'll be right back.
Introducing the Zagnif One online radio network.
Hey, what's good? It's your boy, Mr. Fingaz.
Featuring podcasts such as Let's Talk Football.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
The Ball Pit.
Hell to the no. If you choke on a piece for about 3 to 5 seconds and you have to drink a lot of water and you're inconvenienced for about 5 minutes.
Indie and Unsigned.
Well, one, trying to stay healthy, trying to avoid the coronavirus like a child support. I don't have any kids, so I can say that.
And more indie music than you can handle.
We're going to start it off with one of the I'm telling you, I'm excited about this, man.
The Zagnif One radio network.
Let's get it. Holla, holla, holla.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Oh, my man has got the horn. He's ready. So, Jazzy J, what are you going to play for us right now, man? You just going to do a little, you just going to freestyle for us a little bit?
It's called Tribal.
Okay.
I'm just going to do a little improv on it. I can play Clap That for you guys.
Oh, yeah. Look, you taught that one up to me too much for me to not hear that. So, let's hear a little bit of both.
We can do Clap That. Or this one.
No, I want to hear both of them. That's what I'm saying. Let's hear you.
So I'm going to do a little improv on this one. Let's start from the top. Can you hear it from the back?
There we go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, it stops, and then back from the top. Oh, it unplugged real quick. I see what happens. And then here's my
Nice.
lyrics for the song. You guys want to hear a little bit of my lyrics?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. I know I'm worthy of the engagement. Certainly, I am way more entertaining. There is no taming. There's no change in the playlist. Replay this. They say I'm updated, but I'm just more faded. Check out the beat. I just made it. That's a good little teaser.
All right now, I see you. Look at the beat I just made it. It's just like it was just like a throwaway comment. Look at the beat I just made it.
Yes.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. So you said you had when we talked prior to you coming on, you said you had a lot of stuff that you were working on. You got a big drop coming soon. When can we anticipate that that your music will be available to the general public for purchase? You gonna put this out for purchase, or you just gonna put this out on the streaming platforms for folks to listen?
Well, I plan on dropping on my Instagram primarily. I just want to drop a photo shoot and a couple of snippets of my bars of me rapping exactly how I'm doing right now. But yeah, I also bought my label deal for the year on a Muse. So I as long as everybody wants it, sure, why not?
Now, does Amuse is Amuse kind of like DistroKid and CD Baby,
Yeah,
where when you
all
submit your
that.
music, it goes out everywhere?
Yeah, but I got that no disruption policy, so they don't make me wait or nothing. It just goes up immediately now.
Right. Yeah,
Got the super
I
pro.
yeah, I got the same deal too. It's crazy when you put your stuff out. As soon as you put it
Immediate.
out, you click it, it's out there like that.
Yeah, such a
So,
tender relationship. So yeah,
so
I've
your
just been
so your
getting all
I'm
my
sorry,
documents.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to ask you. So your music is available on all streaming platforms and anywhere where digital music is sold, like Amazon, Apple Music, anything like that. If they wanted to buy it,
Yes.
okay. Well, you heard it here, y'all. Jayyo, Jazzy J. You can catch his music on all streaming platforms, anywhere where you can go and buy digital music. Uh, I'm gonna need to hear a little bit more of something else before you get out of here today, because I love your energy. That's the one thing is I love when I have somebody on and they just bring all the energy. Like it's like if we had a 2 hour show, you would just sit and play, be like, "Yo, the sun is going down, but this is kind of dope. Let me light a couple candles real quick." And so we gonna Erica Badu this piece right here. You know?
Yeah, no, I got it for days. I got it for days. Let me tell you, it never stopped. Thank you, dog.
All day, all day. Indian Unsigned, season 3, episode 1, here with Jayyo, Jazzy J, the youth boss. He just got done giving us a track. Now, this one clapback that you just did, or you got the clapback? You do that one for us?
No, that was it's a new track. It's called Tribal.
Okay.
I haven't done
Tribal.
it that one yet. So that's a sneak peek. Whoever paying
Okay, well,
attention,
what was the one you did on Tangent's Top Talent the other day?
clap
Just
that. I'm about to do
clap
that for
that.
you.
Okay, that's the one you're about to give us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if you got that all tracked up, you can go at any time, sir.
Let me make sure it's the right one. Cause instrumental.
And while he's working that out, ladies and gentlemen, Just letting you know, this is season 3 of Indian Unsigned. We will be doing taping intermittently. We won't be doing like we were before. Like we were putting out an episode every week that turned out to be a little bit too much with the production schedule that we had. So we'll be putting out an episode, as we get them taped and I get time to do the post-production work on them. You'll see these popping up from time to time. So keep your eyes peeled because I got Jazzy, I got Jayyo, Jazzy J here now, and I'm going to have more people coming. So just keep your ears to the ground.
Yeah. Dun, dun. Ready? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait. Okay. Right here. So erotic. Yeah, she's exotic. Yeah, I'm a prophet.
Yeah.
Clap that. Clap that.
Yeah.
Clap that. Hey. Clap that. Clap that. Clap that. Hey. Hypnotic. So erotic.
Hey.
She's exotic. I'm a
Hey.
prophet. Clap that.
Hey.
Clap that. Clap that. Hey. Clap that. Clap that. Clap that. Hey. There we go, sir.
Jayyo, Jazzy J with the clap that I want to venture to say I got about 3 decades on you age wise. You had me ready to turn up in here, man. I was getting ready. Look, I was getting ready to use all of my health insurance.
That's right, bro.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Through, huh?
Yes, sir. Got us going.
Yes.
Got us going. Now this one is already done. Is it this one is done and available also?
There's okay, so the jazz version is up. There's a hip hop version that I did back in 2019.
Okay.
And I did it on SoundCloud and I took it down because the take wasn't good enough and the instrumental was too fire. And then I decided to do a jazz version and upload because I was like, this one goes with jazz too. I don't know. It's definitely not done. but it's up. It's
Okay.
definitely not done. We could definitely do a remix. I'm definitely ready for the jazz hip hop version. I'm ready for the hip hop version. I got a couple of different versions of that song that go, bro. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm
that one's
ready.
up.
I'm here for all of it.
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
here
that
for
one's
all
up.
of it.
The jazz one's up, bro. That one go. That one's a
Okay.
go track. Like, I love that
Like
track.
my thing is there are a lot of people um that are out here that are independent. They're doing their own thing, like yourself, like myself. And there's so many people that just like your circle of people know who you are. But now through Tangerine, you and I, several states and time zones apart from each other, now I know who you are, and now I want the chance to introduce you to the people that I know that follow and do whatever. And it might not be, for some people it might not be their cup of tea. I got folks that like country, I got folks that like hip hop, I got folks that like R&B. But you're gonna get some folks in there, you're gonna get some listens. And that's my goal with this, is to take folks like you and say, here they are, world. If you're looking for something different, here they are. Enjoy it. And that's what I want to do with you. And bro, I'm not even lying. Your energy is. I'm getting tired. I mean, I'm getting hyped, but tired at the same time watching you, because like you was ready to jump out the car and just go, clap that, clap that. Like the excitement is real, and I love that. Like if you run across a musician, an artist that is not excited about their own stuff, you might want to say, because if you was like, yeah, I got a couple songs, but they're then I'd be like, word, that's what's up. All right, well, we might have you on or something like that, but you were like, bro, like I got so much, I could bring this energy, and you have done nothing but bring energy from start to finish. So I wish for you, young sir, all the love, all the success. I will be telling people about you, and I will be watching for you on Tangerine's Top Talent Tuesdays on Facebook, which is where old folk like me go to see her show. Now there's other stuff, which is the Discord and all of that. I hadn't gotten into all that yet. I guess by the time I get into that, I'll be collecting my AARP. But that's where you can find where you can find Tuesdays on Facebook, Tangerine's Top Talent. So, and
Yeah,
you are a regular performer.
yes, definitely a regular. She's
You
been
pop in
asking me
about
to
once.
come more, so I'll be showing up more. The 100th episode is coming up. That's gonna be a time. I think that's next week. The 100th episode's coming up next week,
Is it
so
next
we
week or
got to
week
do something
after?
there.
I thought it was week after.
It might be the week after. Did I show up on 97 or 98? I
I
thought
don't.
99 was yesterday.
I don't remember, sir. I just remember seeing you last week. I missed yesterday's episode because,
Me too.
yeah, that having Monday off threw my whole week off. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
normally try and at least pop in, even if I just catch the end. Pop in at the end like Rosanda. But
Yeah.
there are a plethora of very talented people that are on this show, ladies and gentlemen. And I think if you're looking for something different than the norm, it's definitely a good place to. And I'm not getting paid a nickel to say this. That's just I enjoy these people come on, and they're kind of like, it's just like a group of friends, and they just get together for like an online open mic, and we have fun with it in the comments. And those people that are performing, I have actually performed a couple times and had at least I performed on CT's talent show. Almost won 1/10 of a point. 1/10 of a point. But I ain't mad at the fella who won, because he sang it face off. And then I performed on 3T like 2-3 weeks ago. So it's a lot of fun. So even if you don't want to perform, if you just want to check it out, come check it out. Tangerine's Top Talent. Look at that. I did put out 10 minutes, 5 minutes worth of plugging Tangerine's Top Talent. But right now we with Jayyo, Jazzy J, the youth boss. So we kind of running up against it, brother. But tell everybody everywhere they can. So IG is the only way they can find you. You said you had a
You
SoundCloud
can
also.
find me everywhere. You can Google my name, which is Jayyo, like you see on the screen. Jazzy Jay for Jayyo, Jazzy J. You can find me on Google. You can find me. Without the spaces. You can find me on Snapchat. You can find me on Venmo. You can
Okay.
find You can find me on Facebook too, Jayyo Jazzy J. I don't post there, but sometimes I'll put my links there too. I am on Snapchat, but that's on the low.
Well, not wait, not anymore. you just
Go
put your
ahead,
own
Snoop.
self on blast, young man.
Yeah, bro. And then yeah, I made a TikTok. That one's also on the low, but you guys can go find that. I'll get something going on that one. I'm on Twitter. There's nothing popping on that one, but I'm popping on my Instagram. So if you want to see me and if you want to be involved with me and you want me to get busy with you and you want to do all that fun stuff, I'm on my Instagram doing work there. And I'm gonna be doing a
Jayyo
little bit more work
Jazzy
on
J.
my
That's the
yes.
man right there, Jayyo Jazzy J. West Hills, California's finest. With the euphonium, not the French
Euphonium.
horn, not the French horn, not the tuba, not the flugelhorn, the euphonium. See, I told you, I know a little something about them brass instruments, but the euphonium, getting down and gave us a little bit of jazz hip hop fusion with with some of his own energy infused. Look, man, you have made a fan today. If I wasn't a fan already, you have made a fan today. I rocks
More
with you,
music
so
to come.
I'm gonna be watching and following and checking out everything that you're doing from this point forward.
All love,
Anything you want to, yeah, man. Anything you want to say to the crowd before we get out of here, man?
more music to come. We ain't never gonna quit. You know that it's only up from here. Like bangers on deck, bangers on deck. Hit me in the DMs. I'm ready. I'm so ready. Like SpongeBob ready. Let's get it. Let's go.
Not SpongeBob. Okay, SpongeBob. All I want to know is when am I going to get a feature?
Oh shoot! Hit me.
I got
Hit me in the
you covered,
DMs.
Patrick. Yeah.
There's one of my songs. There's one of my instrumentals up on Spotify. You can always download that one. It's called Quit Instrumental. Get on that one. Um, there's always room. I have this one song called Studio. I already did my verse on it. Anyone can get a feature on it. That one, it's a go track. Like I want to let that one go. I'm trying to find anyone to get a feature on that one and take it
Okay.
serious.
I
But yeah,
might know
I
a
have a
couple.
couple of anyone can
I
get a
might
feature
know a couple.
tracks.
I might know a couple of bangers in the ATL that like to do some work. They're like you. They're trying to get their name out there. So I might be like, hey, what can you do with that? So we're tough.
Yeah.
We gonna stay in contact, man. We definitely are.
Yes.
For sure. Ladies and
Awesome.
gentlemen, boys and girls, if you have been watching today, listening under the sound of our voices, we appreciate you tuning in today to this episode, season 3, episode 1 of Indian Unsigned. Jay, real talk, it has been a pleasure having you on as a guest. I mean, your energy is just like, I know, like I said, I'm in my 50s, I'm middle aged. I'm gonna get off this call with you. We gonna talk a little bit. I'll probably go take a nap. But right now, while I'm on with you, I want to like get up and I want to get up and do a little something. I just stop that. My shoulder's gonna get hurt. I'm gonna tear my rotator cuff. But I just I'm just excited just being on this call with you. So I appreciate you being on here today, man. Real talk, no cap.
I appreciate you too.
Yeah, man. So we will definitely be staying on your hip. And I want you, after we run the closing credits, I want you to stay on for a little bit longer. We chop it up some more. But ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode, Indian Unsigned. We are back. Season 3 is going to be really short. We only have a small handful of people we're going to have on. And I was glad I was able to kick it off with the energy that Jayyo Jazzy J brought today. So to you, if you have a dream, if you have something that you want to follow and accomplish, by all means, do it. I'm out here doing. I'm middle aged and I'm out here doing it. This young man is out here doing it. There's people all between any other ages. So don't let anybody tear down or talk you away from what it is that you want to do. As another one of the artists that I may get a chance to interview later on, who is also an alumni of the 3T Talent Showcase, likes to say, haters don't like to hate until you start to do something great. So this, yeah. You know who that came from too, don't you? This come from my brother that's worked the Google. Our brother that's worked the Google, that the gospel rapper. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get out of here. We will catch you next time. I'm Mr. Fingaz from Zagnif Central. Holla, Jayyo. Don't go anywhere. Hang tight.
Be sure to like and subscribe for content and more on your new home for podcasts and independent music on the Zagnif One Radio Network.